Well, the biggest difference we think is because we come from an actual installer background. So, we was installing and designing and putting garden lights in for sort of 10, 12 years before Nitelux was born. It means that we are now coming from the retail business, but with our contractor head on. So everything we do in Nitelux, we try and preempt the questions that the end user, the contractors or the end user is going to come up with. So if we open up a box and we find something that just doesn't feel right or doesn't fit right, or why was this built this way, we change that so that the product comes out the box a lot easier for you to fit. It's a lot more user friendly. Also, because we've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of jobs or over all different variants, we are now in a position that when you phone up and get through to our technical help, the technical help guys that you're talking to, if it's not me, it will be one of my installation team. 9 times out of 10, if you don't get through to us straight away, we will call you back. That is normally because you might be contacting them on site. So the guy you're talking to with the technical help side of things is actually a guy that's been in the Nitelux business and has been fitting these lights for several years. Don't forget, the installation side of Nitelux is Greenlight. And if you go on to Greenlight Limited, on Instagram, you will see everything we do there. We also do an Instagram page of Nitelux Official. They run side by side. But the most important thing here is that the actual guy you're talking to has experience of probably the problem or the technicality that you're trying to get over. Also, I doubt whether you're ever going to come up with a situation that we haven't already been through. And if we tell you that it's not viable to do that with this particular light, or in our opinion, we would perhaps try and light that feature this way, it's born on the back of several years of experience. The other important thing we do, I think it's quite important that although the system is very simple and goes together very easily, people still get very bogged down in actually how to do garden lighting. So what we say to anybody that buys from Nitelux, if you send us a hand drawing, if you send us a landscape drawing, we will gladly sit down free of charge, put dots on paper and tell you, in our opinion, if this was a green light job, this is how we would design it. We will put the dots on paper, we will put what connectors you need, what leads you need, what transformers you need. We would then give you a list and say that job, the representative list is here for you. So we work very closely. We have guys email us now and say, look, we've got these 3 large trees in the garden, we need to light them, what do you recommend? I've got this set of steps, how would you like that? How do we first fix lights in a paved area? So we're always answering these questions. So again, we're contractors, and it's built by contractors for contractors. We want to give you as much design help as possible. Again, we do realise that gardens change, they ebb and flow. That's the big thing with garden lighting. You might, for example, on the design, be lighting 4 pleached trees to the left. You turn up on site 3 months later when you're ready to do the second fix, and there's only 3 trees there, not 4. Not a problem. Send that light back to us. We raise a free post label that we send out to you by email. You stick that on the box, send it back. Doesn't cost you anything to send these lights back. So again, from a contractor base, we used to get so frustrated with, as soon as we bought something, suppliers were just so unwilling to take stuff back. As long as it hasn't been abused and it's not completely covered in mud, we would prefer it to be in its box, then we will take that back and credit you back the money you spent on that light fitting. It's very important actually that when you get all your stuff through and it's delivered to the job, like we do actually on our own jobs, we only unbox as we go. So you might actually get to the point where you've finished your 1-day install and you've actually got 10 5-metre leads left over. Send them back. Or, as we advise, if you're landscapers now that are looking at building this into your business, why not put those to one side and have them as stock? A lot of landscapers will put their own irrigation systems in. They have boxes of T-pieces, couplers, pipes, with Nitelux is a type of system where you will need to build a little bit of stock, so that if you actually thought, I don't need a three-way connection there, I can actually use a T-piece. Perhaps you can go to your van and use it and put the three-way back in stock.